Alright, welcome back to another episode of Kira Kira. In the previous episode, our performance was a success. Everyone loved it. We met a popular a-hole who was apparently hated by a lot of people who called us a pervert just because of how we dress, even though we are technically forced to dress into a girl because of circumstances. Everyone got drunk later on, and then it seems like we're going on to another place to perform, which is pretty dope. Other than that, let's just continue on with the visual novel. The city under the hotel is quiet, and I can feel the warm summer air on me. I hear dry footsteps every time I walk. I'm wearing a woman's sandals. I realize I'm still in woman's clothes. I considered changing my clothes, but I remember what Jeannie said about the promise, so I continue walking. Actually, I'm simply too lazy to go back to the room. I notice a change in my condition. The pleasant darkness is disappearing like an ebb tide, and I feel a vagrant unpleasantness coming up. It's not a good sign. I was not trying to act. Something's coming out of here, so well. I don't feel that bad right now, but it won't be a pretty sight once the balance collapses. I think about the drink, trying to take my thoughts off of it. I imagine myself trying to drink bottled water or cold water with some lemon in it. I try to remember the touch of water flowing down my throat and try to cheer myself up with the fresh image of it, but the air is beginning to smell fishy. I'm sure air doesn't smell fishy in real life. The balance is starting to collapse faster than I thought. I feel my body searching for a chance to vomit. I should have had something to drink from the vending machine at the hotel, but it's too late for that now. I gave up on food and decided to find a vending machine instead of a convenience store. I'm sure I can find a vending machine close by. The back of my throat is beginning to contract, and I don't think I can wait till I get back to the hotel. It's fishy. I don't remember the smell of fish when I'm drunk, honestly. The back of my throat is beginning to contract, and I don't think I can wait till I get back to the hotel. Then I find a vending machine. I pull out my wallet fast, and I grab a 1,000 yen bill, because I don't feel like searching for change. After 2 pushes, the vending machine swells the bill, and I can hear a can drop by my feet when I push the button. Am I too late? I drink the sports drink. Then I feel something come up from back of my throat. I lean on the vending machine, covering my mouth, trying to hold it in. I put all my energy to it. Then someone comes from behind me to talk to me.
姉ちゃん、どうしたの?
I look at them from the corner of my eye. I see a bleached, blonde-haired, unidentified man smiling and looking down at me. He's trying to be friendly by smiling, but I can definitely see through his intention. I suppose he thinks he found a drunken girl in us that has some bad ideas. It's written all over his face when I look at him. I make a mental note not to smile like that when I talk to a woman. I can get rid of him if I see something to show him that I'm a man. I try to do that, but I feel something from bottom of my stomach come out instead of my voice, and I look down towards the wall. It's very dangerous to open my mouth or look up now.
大丈夫か? 解放したるて.
No thanks. I shake my head to show him rejection, but he doesn't care and touches my back with his hand. The warmth of his hand makes me really sick. Oh my god, this is really bad, and it shouldn't be happening. I shake my body and try to get away from his hand.
邪険にせんでもいいじゃん。なんもせんもんで。
He's definitely planning to do something. I don't want to think about what exactly he's planning. Wait a minute. It's a complete misunderstanding if he thinks it's his lucky day to find a drunken woman in a dark place like this. There's nothing for him here. If he keeps going, both of us will have a big scar in our hearts, and nobody appreciates that, right? Everybody will be unhappy. Think about it. I wanted to see it early if I could. but I feel like I'll vomit as soon as I open my mouth, so I can't do that. I moan and shake my hand to show him rejection with my gesture, but he isn't leaving me alone. It's obvious we're going to have an unhappy ending soon.
吐いたら楽になるて。さすったるでよ。
Alright, sure, you can start with my bowel sack, I guess. The man's hand moves more improperly, but I admit it. It gives me goosebumps. People describe a situation like this as it makes me vomit, but my body is already feeling like vomiting by alcohol. The vomit from alcohol plus the vomit from the man equal more vomit. It's a feast with food and gastric juice beyond human capacity, and I can't hold it in any longer.
やめろ。
I vomit the moment I hear someone else yell out. It took me a while to eat just a few hours ago. The chicken wings and jibadi and our food the chef made with his heart storm out onto the street. I feel bad to waste all of this food before I feel anything else. At the same time, the situation is progressing without me. Who is the protector of ours? I heard someone said, "Stop that." I'm not sure what he said after that, but it seems like they were having an argument behind me while I kept vomiting. And the content of the argument went like this.
さっきから見ていたが、嫌がってるじゃないか。具合の悪い女性につけ込むなんてひどいじゃないか。具合の悪い人を介抱してやって何が悪い。大きなお世話だ。さっさとどっか行け。
The guy that's a drunken woman, a guy who's after her, and a guy who thinks it's not right. But actually, they're all men? What kind of drama is this? It has become a drama for a specific audience. It'd be a funny comedy if that happened to someone else. Unfortunately, I am the man who's playing the girl role, but I'm definitely in a bad spot. It's more serious than I thought. I vomit as much as I can while thinking about the situation getting complicated. I even vomit stomach fluid and I still vomit when there's nothing left to vomit. Everything was settled by the time I start to feel better. The guy who tries to take advantage of me has disappeared, leaving me with the knight in shining armor who came to rescue me. It's a pity this knight in shining armor has rescued a man who dressed up as a girl instead of a princess, but he doesn't know that yet. He's standing with his back towards me. He watches the other guy run off. Thanks, man. His body is wrapped in dirty work clothes and he looks like a blue-collar worker. He wipes his face with a towel hanging from his neck. His behavior says he's fulfilled doing what a man should be doing. I would have fallen in love with him if I was a girl. But I am a man in real life, so I'm troubled. How could I tell him the truth? He finishes wiping his sweat and turns to me, but I hesitate. Firstly, yoink. Secondly, really? I don't know, spiky eyebrows. Almond-shaped eyes. 10 lips. He's a nice-looking man, and that's good, but I've seen him before.
Oh.
Uh-oh. We recognize each other at the same time. I couldn't recognize him instantly since he's dressed completely different, but he's that guy. I get his son, the vocalist of the visual band Panic. The guy who cussed me out in the restroom. Thank you. I think at first I tried to explain what happened.
お前何しとるだ。普段から女装しとってこの変態が。
He doesn't listen to me and yells instead. I understand how he feels. Right, I'm sorry, but there is a reason.
事情も惨状も知らんて。まったくケタクソ悪い。なんでこんなところでこんな変態と出くわさなあかんのだ。
I feel the same way. Right. I'm sorry. I can only apologize.
すまんで済むか。さっさと東京へ帰れ、気色悪い。だいたい学生の片手間に遊び半分で適当なバンドなんか組みやがって。お前らなんか演奏するだけ客の時間の無駄だわ。顔のいい女集めて妙な格好をしとりゃええと思っとるような腐れバンドはもうはいやめてしまえ。ほんとライブハウスが汚れるような気分だわ。
Jesus. I know I did wrong, but to talk about the band itself.
お前みたいなやつでも悔しいんか。たけが身の程をわきまえや。ふにゃふにゃしたバンドなんかしとってよ。だいたいスタジェネだかなんだか知らせんけど、東京のやつなんか。
We're not lame?
なんだと。
I said we're not lame, did you hear? I recognize the bad stuff, but I don't want you to make fun of us for our things. If we aren't going there, then I'll see it too. What's your band all about? Is it visual or punk? Your band is lame too! I'm not able to control myself. I don't usually get upset like this, but maybe feeling sick from drinking helps. Kirari once said I never get mad, but she was wrong. I'm upset when he talks crap about my band. And I can't go back once I became upset.
だと貴様。
What the fuck did he... What the fuck was censored? I guess he feels the same. You hear people see someone's eyes glaze with anger, but he really gets angry like that and starts yelling. His accent is so strong and I can't understand what he's saying. Maybe that's why the censorship came in. But I yell out to him even though I don't understand what he's saying. Lay up, you... I'm not sure if he understands what I said since I got tongue-tied, but he sure feels my intentions. You can guess what happens next. I don't remember who started it. We're both shaking fists at each other. We punch each other, it makes dull sounds. We start grabbing each other's clothes after a while. A man dressed as a girl and a man in more clothes are attacking each other in front of a vending machine on the street. We hit each other making a strange scene. I don't think it's because of the alcohol in my body. The error isn't used to fighting either. His work clothes are no joke. His working muscles are no imitation. I'm quite confident about my stamina since I played sports for a long time. But the other guy has more stamina in the end. As a result, I bite the dust. Akira Yashira spits on the ground. Maybe he wants to declare victory because he tries to say something.
何しとんの?
I look in the direction of the voice and find a girl standing at the other side of the street. Yashira-san looks at her.
Mika.
It seems like Yashira-san knows her. She comes running at me, yoink, and glares at Yashira-san and crouches down by my side.
こんなに怪我させて。ひどい。あんた、ちょっとの時間もおとなしく待っとれんの。
だってそいつはよ。
黙っとって。
Yashira-san stops talking with a satisfied look on his face when the woman named Mika glares at him. Then she tries to call an ambulance, but it's too much trouble for me, so I refuse. I want to go back to the hollow by myself, but I can't stand up. I wobble and fall down. The damage from getting knocked out isn't helping, but it's more because of the alcohol still staying in my system. The two are melting together, and I can't think straight. So I'm taken to Yashira-san's apartment nearby, as Mika-san suggested, and she treats me there. I call it Yashira-san's apartment, but it's also Mika-san's apartment. I can tell her living here about the interior of the room and how she acts in the room. So that you have that kind of relationship. There is no air conditioning in the room and it's humid? Are the stains on the ceiling from leaking? The room is empty and they only have minimum furniture and musical instruments. They leave me on the only futon in the room while Mika-san treats my injuries. I can't complain, but I think about the usual use of this futon, and it makes me feel itchy when my skin touches the futon. But the pain of the injury and the sickness from drinking overwhelm me. Yashiro-san is sitting on the carpet, leaning against the wall in the corner of the room. He watches Mika-san treat me. I see his bare skin when he takes off his board clothes. He has less injury from our fight than I expected. I have to admit I feel disappointed to know I completely lost the fight. Yashiro-san doesn't say a word. I don't say a word. I nod or shake my head to answer Mika-san's questions occasionally. I move off the futon when my treatment finishes and I'm able to sit up. I want to go back now, but my lower back hurts and I frowned. Mika-san sees me and she suggests I stay and rest for a while. I feel nervous about walking back to the huddle in the middle of the night with this pain, so I decide to stay. I sit at the corner diagonal from Yashiro-san, but the room is so small. Isn't it luxurious or fashionable? I see rusted spots on the sink and a cheap key holder is attached at the end of the lighting cord. It's so ordinary, it doesn't go with the image of Akira Yashiro who dresses up in a stylish costume and sings at the stage. His overall is lowered down to his hips. Okay, how about you describe his penis next? The shoulder showing from his wife beater is not the shoulder of a rocker. Akira Yashiro is pouring his own drink, mixing barley tea with shochu and drinking away. Mika-san stops him saying it isn't good for his injuries, but he doesn't seem to notice it at all. What kind of a man is he? He doesn't seem to be a student, and all I see is a guitar and some costumes, a few music magazines, and furniture. He doesn't seem to have other hobby than music. Is he working and making music, living here with his girlfriend? His world is just like an old folk song. Mika-san looks too low-key, serious and sincere to be the girlfriend of rock musician Akira Yashiro. It's strange, but when she stands next to him as one working man like now, she looks perfect for him. Maybe this unsophisticated one is the real Akira Yashiro. The room is quiet, and I can hear Yashiro-san swallowing his drink. I can hear the sound of my cell phone. The cell phone shows I had a call from Chieni. I hesitate because of how quiet the room is, but I decide to call her back and tell her that I'm fine and I'll be back at the hotel before checkout time the next day.
まったくみんな心配してたんだよ。キラリなんか私のせいで鹿くんが逃げたってオロオロしちゃって。
Yes, it's this fault for making me the way I am. Chieni sighs and hangs up the phone. I'm pretty sure everyone in this room can hear Chieni talk on the other side of the phone.
東京から来たバンドの方ですよね。
Mika-san asks as she tries to smooth the situation and I nod.
この人から聞いています。バンド歴なんかないも同然な若い人たちなのに、びっくりするようないいステージをしたとか。
Great show, huh? You fucking bastard, huh? I'm surprised when I look at Yashiro, but he turns the other way looking embarrassed. Yeah, look away, you bitch. Seems Mika-san isn't giving me lip service.
ごめんなさい。この人悪気はないんです。ただちょっと負けず嫌いで、音楽のことになると異常なところがあって。
Yashiro-san doesn't stop Mika-san from talking. He just looks better and keeps his mouth shut. He hasn't said a word since he came back into his room. And I haven't said anything to either of them yet. Mika-san keeps talking quietly as if she is going against the silence Yashiro-san and I created in this room. The content of it is about Yashiro-san and herself. Maybe she thinks it's better to start from introducing themselves. Yashiro-san is from the countryside close to Nagoya, but still in Aichiken. He's known Mika-san since junior high school, and he was totally into music and rock since then. But he really went overboard after he got into high school and joined in a band with older kids. He dropped out of high school during his second year and came out to Nagoya to live by himself, where one of the band members lived close by. Mika-san was surprised to learn he had vanished, and when she was able to find his whereabouts, they started dating again, and she came to live with him after she graduated from high school. How sweet of her. Mika-san works in an office, and Yashida-san has a job. The being in a band costs a lot of money, but she wants to save some money for a rainy day. That's why they're living in a place like this, and she looks embarrassed to say that.
まったく、音楽なんかお金が出てばっかりで。いつかたくさん贅沢させてくれないと元が取れないです。
True. Also, she has the haircut of death. Oh boy. Mika-san, I just noticed that. Mika-san laughs and complains about it. What she said made me realize Yashida-san is trying to be a professional musician after all. I can understand why he didn't like us now. Mika-san says it right to the point as if she read my mind. Yashida-san is not good in socializing, didn't have good luck, and he had a lot of hard times. But he was able to come out of it by working little by little, spending a lot of time, and now his name is recognized around this area after all these times. That is why he wasn't nice to us. We are being so lucky to be associated by a major band. Such innovation! And had a lot of recognition as starters. Yeah. I've been shocked to see Yashida-san not saying anything when Mika-san is talking about him. They're so confident in their relationship.
確かにちょっと融通が利かないところはあるけど、真面目な人なんです。あまり怒らないであげてください。どうもすみませんでした。
She bows deeply. No, it's not Mika-san's fault. I can't keep my silence anymore and tell her to get her head up. And I reach out to the glass of barley tea she prepared for me. Ow! I feel the pain on my side and I curled my body. I have the places where I could head are hurting, as well as my lower back. I can't see anything else, but I'm ashamed. I'm feeling embarrassed.
手を怪我したのか?
Yashida-san speaks up. He looks worried. It surprises me to see him care about me. No, my hands are fine. I curl my fingers and open to him.
そうか、よかった。
He sags.
すまないな。さっきは俺もカッとなってしまって。
What an admirable gesture of him. He doesn't have a good reputation, but maybe he's just awkward about socializing and not a bad person after all. Like Mika-san said. Forget it. I'm sorry too. I'm sorry about calling your band lame. I don't think like that at all, but I was angry too.
なあ、バンドをけなされたら腹立つよな。俺こそ申し訳ないことを言った。
Yashida-san bowed his head honestly.
分かってるよ。適当なわけないってリハーサルの時に分かってた。まあ田舎者のひがみだと思ってくれ。ほら君も飲みなよ。ああ、そうか。さっき生えてたんだっけな。
No, I'll have some. I take his glass as he was taking it back, and I gulp it down. My body doesn't think it's delicious, but it doesn't reject it either.
いい飲みっぷりだな。一つ聞かせてくれるか。
What would it be?
君たちはどうやったらそんな短期間で上手くなれたんだ？どんな目的でバンドを組んでどんな練習をしたんだ？スタジオの人に教わったというが、どんなものなのか参考に聞かせてくれないか。
Yashida-san is serious. He wants to learn something from what we did. He's older than me and he has more experience than I do. I'm overwhelmed by his attitude towards learning. I tell him how he started the band to give the second literature club a grand finale since the club was about to be closed. And we practiced a lot as Tonya taught us different techniques.
なるほど。あの健太はそんなに熱心に指導していたのか。それならわかるような気もするが。しかし、彼が君らと同じ年だったとは驚きだな。
Tonya has really good reputation to convince people like that.
しかし、ろくにバンドの音も聞かなかったような君らが、どうしてそんなやり方についてこれたんだ？
I don't know. I guess I liked what I heard.
それだけでもないだろう。
Well, we all liked the second literature club, so it was fun doing something together rather than forming a band.
なるほどな。
And maybe a little bit of escaping reality. We all don't fit in at school and have problems and stuff.
ん？どういうことだ？確かに彼女たち見てくれもいいし明るいし、とてもそんな風には見えなかったが。
That's what the government wants you to think, though. Well, Jenny has a complicated situation at home. She couldn't graduate last year. Yeah. Kachwada has health problems. Kurari's family is poor. They have something you do hate to have. They don't talk about their problems, but I'm sure those problems were a big part in helping them to join the bad activities, yeah. But it's not something I should talk about. After all, I may be wrong. I'm sorry I started it, but...
そうか。そうだな。言えないよな。
Yashida-san reads my mind.
こういう言葉があるんだが。
Yes?
ポップアートの巨匠、アンディ・ウォーホルが言ってたんだ。とても大きな心の傷がパンクロックの根源だってな。俺もステージの上には欠けたものを埋め合わせてくれる何かがあるような気がする。それが熱い照明か、オーディエンスの熱狂か、それともあのホールの暗闇の中か。どこにあるのかは知らないがね。
Okay.
ピンとこないって顔してるな。
Yeah, yes I do.
まあいい。だがな、多かれ少なかれバンドをやってるやつはみんな音楽が自分の人生を変えてくれるって信じてる。そうでなければこんなバカバカしいことをやってられないさ。知ってるか？よく音楽は世界を変えるっていうやつがいるだろ？その世界ってのは要するに言った本人の人生のことでしかないんだ。だっていくら世界が変わったとしても当人の人生は相変わらずバイトしながらの貧乏暮らしが続くだけだったらそれで満足なんて言えるはずもない。
Mika-san laughs because Yashiro-san is probably talking about himself.
そう思わないか？
Yashiro-san ignores her? I'm not sure, but it could be a tool to escape from reality. I think our tour started from there.
そうか。
It's a form of escaping. I feel that by looking at everybody.
悪いことじゃないさ。いつまでも逃げ切れるもんじゃないが、逃げてる間に探し物が見つかることもある。この旅が終わる頃には、それぞれが何か今までと違うものを見つけているといいな。
You're running out of batteries so fast. Right. It's a completely different experience.
しかし、さっきから君はどうも冷めた言い方ばかりしているな。
Really? Maybe you are too enthusiastic.
まあそうだ。
Yes, I got you. I guess I'm cool about everything. Although I like everybody from the second literature club.
やっぱり冷めてる。そうだ、ライブはどうだ？面白くないか？
Sure, it's fun. I like it. But sometimes I feel calm in the middle of the show.
冷静？
When I see people move around recklessly during the show, it looks like a religion and scares me. Yashida-san crosses his arms and thinks. But that's what the theater is all about, right? They love going crazy as well as enjoy the music. It's like drinking alcohol to just get drunk. Playing the music on the stage is an alcohol to them. I'm supposed to make them drunk good.
そういう考えはわからないでもないが、
But he doesn't look convinced. I don't think less of them at all. It's a wonderful thing. My work is serving alcohol at the restaurant, and I like it too.
それもわかるが、
I'm sorry, Ev.
いや、いいんだ。ただなんとなくな。
Yashida-san looks really better?
ごめんね。この人、音楽に関しては変な思想があるんだ。だから、クールな意見を聞くと、どうしたらいいかわからなくなるの。
Mika-san smiles bitterly.
ほっといてくれ。
Well, I don't think I'm that strange and
い
calm.
や、すまんね。彼女の言う通り、どうも、俺はこの手の話だと熱くなってしまうんだ。
Yashida-san scratches his head. It's so natural, right? But how did you decide to jump into this industry, even quitting school?
いや、俺も辞めるときや辞めた後、一人で随分と考えたよ。そんなのしない方がいいのは分かってた。なのに、どうして自分はそこまでして音楽に惹かれてしまうのか。なぜ普通に会社に行って幸せな家庭を築いて、そういう魅力的な道を選べないのか。それどころか足毛にしようとしているのか。自分の将来を賭け物にしてまで今やらなくてはならんもんなのか。考えれば考えるほど自分のことが殺虫灯に飛び込んでいく虫のように思えて仕方なかった。
You're amazing to choose music after all that.
いや、それが違うんだな。
Yashida-san smiles and scratches his head. No?
ああ、結局答えは出なかったもんで、親に相談したらふざけるなの一点張り。腹が立ってふと気がついたら退学届を出しとった。
I see.
まあ今となってはあれでよかったと思ってるよ。あのまま一人で迷い続けてたら何を選んどっても最後にはモヤモヤが残ってたと思う。ああ言われたもんだで今は見返す気持ちでやれてる。こういう気持ちは悪くない。ボロは着てても心は錦だ。まあ話はこんくらいでええか。いやいいか。じゃあ寝るか。
Alright.
俺は明日もバイトだ。
Alright. Good night. Yashida-san starts to get ready to go to sleep. I don't want to take their futon. Mika-san makes me a simple bed with floor cushions with towel over it. She says this is what they do when they have a guest sleeping over. It feels nice. Now we're ready to sleep. I feel pain in my chest as I lay on my side, but it isn't from the injury from the fight. I reach in my clothes and unhook the bra. This was the problem. What a strange feeling to undo my own bra. It's disgusting. I wish the only time I had to undo a bra was for the girl awake. The thing about what we talked about with my eyes closed. Yashima-san is a serious guy. It sounds cliche, but I really think it's difficult to be a musician. I'm sure what he had to lose to become a musician includes something he can never reverse. To live to fulfill a dream should be like that. I don't think I can do that. I sank into my heart and tried to go to sleep.
いいがね。
I hear Yashiro-san whisper and the sound of clothes rustling. What?
ダメやって人がいるでしょ。
Okay. Mika-san answered him whispering. What's going on? This is not a time to wonder. I feel their eyes looking at me. I flinch and act like I'm asleep, but but when I think about it, I should have said something to let them know I was still awake.
ほら、寝とるがや。あんませんて。
Oh, sure, let's go with that. What? Wouldn't I know? No, I know that, and that's why I feel nervous. I heard Yashida-san making some noise.
ダメ。
Nika-san's voice is getting sweeter. What should I do? This is my last chance to tell them I'm awake. I just say I'm sorry, but I'm still awake. Then they'll stop it. But wait a minute. Do I have a right to stop a lover's moment like that? I don't know. Shouldn't the lovers feel free to do whatever they feel like? Or do I just want to listen to that? No, don't. But don't give me the option. Don't give me the option. Don't give me the option. But you make this decision for yourself, my boy. No, it's not a matter of whether I want to listen or not. Pretending to be asleep and listening to somebody having sex shouldn't be what a gentleman should be doing. Of course, I'm not a real gentleman, but I would like to pretend to be a gentleman as every other man wishes. I make up my mind and try to say it, but my words don't come out from nervousness. I hear Mika-san talking to Yashiro-san as he touches her.
ダメ。シャツ返して。
Her shirt is gone already? Yep, I played already. She didn't have a bra on today. Uh-huh. That means it's she. What should I do? Is it okay to stop them now? Oh man, I like honest women like Mika-san. Why am I feeling sad? This is not something to think about now, is it? Open my mouth.
夏はたまり休んでいかんわ。なあ、やるまい。ほら、パンツ。脱ぎゃ脱ぎゃ。
Then I hear him take her pants off. I give up. I pretend that I'm asleep and listen to them from the beginning to the end. I'm jealous. I look into the mirror when I woke up in the morning. I feel relieved to find out my face isn't swollen. We have breakfast together. I sit in front of the happy couple at the table. I didn't sleep much, but I don't tell them that I did that, and I pretend to be happy as well. We have dried fish, miso soup, rice, and some pickles for breakfast, which was very common breakfast menu. Mika-san fixes my makeup before we leave together. The morning sun shines on us all. I hear birds chirping in the morning sun in Nagoya-chu, of course. I don't feel embarrassed anymore as I felt yesterday. If I'm getting used to dressing as a girl, then it's a scary situation.
これからも何かあったらかけてくれ。
Yashiro-san has a cool smile as he goes off to work and hands me a piece of paper with his cell phone number on it. I enter his cell phone number in my phone and write my cell phone number on the back of the paper and give it back to him.
お前らのバンドにいい話があったら教えてやる。それと、俺に何かできることがあったら教えてくれ。自分の不利益にならない範囲で力を貸してやる。
Yes, but our band is...
ああ、夏で辞めるって話だろ？冗談言うな。
No, I'm not joking.
万一解散してもまた活動することもあるかもしれないしな。その時のために取っておいてくれ。いいバンドマンとは知り合いになっておきたいからな。あと、そうだな。もう一つ。
Yes?
今度、スタージェネレーション紹介してくれ。ファンなんだ。
He smiles bashfully. Alright.
へえ、そうなんだ。いい経験をしたね。
Alright, I'm gonna end the episode here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another episode real soon.